Your transmission is on a countdown right now. Every mile you put on the odometer brings you closer to the moment it dies. 10 cars on the road today have CVT, the continuously variable transmission designed to fail somewhere around 80,000 miles. If you are driving one of them, you have a decision to make before the dashboard lights up. After more than 20 years in this trade, I have pulled apart enough failed CVT units to fill a junkyard. So let's get straight to the list. We're counting down, and the worst offender is at number 1. 10. Honda Civic and HR-V. This one hurts because Honda used to be untouchable. The 2016 through 2019 Civic and HR-V models came with a Honda-built CVT that was not the Jatco unit everyone else used. Honda thought they could do it better. They could not. The complaints came in fast, shuddering at low speed, a whining noise that changes pitch with the engine, software updates that do not fix anything. A class action was filed in 2019. Honda is now on the same list as the brands they used to embarrass. Here is what you need to understand about every car on this list. A regular automatic has fixed steel gears. They click into place. They lock. They last. That is why a Toyota from the 1990s can hit 400,000 miles on the original gearbox. A continuously variable transmission, or CVT, has no gears at all. None. It runs on a steel belt squeezed between two cone-shaped pulleys. Just one continuous, infinitely variable squeeze. And every mile, that squeeze grinds the system to dust. Number 9. Jeep Patriot and Compass. The first-generation Patriot and Compass models, years 2007 through 2017, came with the Jatco JF11E. It was the same supplier that built Nissan's failures. Jeep buyers thought they were getting a tough off-roader. They got a Chrysler-skinned compact with a transmission that overheats on a steep driveway in July. Take it up a mountain road on a hot day and watch the dashboard light up before you reach the summit. Hold this name in your head, Jatco, because it is about to explain almost everything. So why did automakers switch to this fragile design in the first place? Fuel economy. That is the only reason. The CVT can hold the engine at its most efficient RPM while the pulleys do the work. It saves about 3 miles per gallon on the EPA test. 3 miles per gallon. That is the entire reason this technology exists. 8. Mitsubishi Outlander. Smaller brand, smaller dealer network. Bigger problem when the transmission goes. Finding a Mitsubishi specialist in 2026 is harder than finding parts for a Soviet-era Lada. The Outlander used a Jatco unit too. Mitsubishi also owns a chunk of Jatco themselves. They never had a reason to fix the design. The repair cost ranges from $3,500 to $8,000. On a used Outlander that might be worth $9,000, you see where the math breaks down. 7. Subaru Outback. Subaru built their own continuously variable transmission, known as CVT. They called it the Linertronic. They marketed it as bulletproof. It was not. The Outback models from 2015 through 2019 are failing in clusters. All-wheel drive customers in Colorado and Vermont who bought these for the snow are watching them die in the driveway at 60,000 miles. The metal particles from the belt and pulleys contaminate the fluid. The fluid breaks down. The pressure drops. Then comes the shudder. Then comes the bill. Same Linertronic. Same problems. Subaru extended the warranty to 10 years and 100,000 miles on the affected Forester years. That was not generosity. That was damage control. They knew the warranty department would be cheaper than a redesign. And they were right. The customer absorbs the rest after the extension expires. Now you are going to notice something. The next 5 entries are all Nissans. There is a reason. Nissan owns a majority stake in Jatco, the company that builds these failing transmissions. So when Jatco designs a unit that gives up at 80,000 miles, Nissan does not go shopping for another supplier. Nissan eats the lawsuits, pays the settlements, and keeps installing them in the next model year. Same factory, same belt, same countdown. Number 5. Nissan Murano. Premium price tag. Premium failure rate. The Murano was supposed to be Nissan's upscale crossover. Leather everywhere. Quiet ride. Big screen. Underneath it, the same Jatco unit that has been failing in cheaper Nissans for a decade. You paid the premium for the same defect. Number 4. Nissan Pathfinder. 3-row family SUV, marketed as a tow vehicle. It was built with a transmission that cannot survive a moving job from the suburbs to the city. Years 2013 through 2020 are the danger zone. Tow a boat to the lake once a year, and you are shaving thousands of miles off the unit's life expectancy. The owner's manual never mentioned that part. Same Jatco unit, same failure pattern, same shuddering at 60 miles per hour, same dealer telling you it is normal driving behavior. I have sat across the desk from Sentra owners and watched them get gaslit by service advisors who knew exactly what was happening. The car was abused, they say. The car that drove 5 miles to work and 5 miles back. That is not a defect. That is gaslighting at industrial scale. Number 2, Nissan Rogue. The best-selling Nissan in America. Hundreds of thousands of them on the road right now, all on the same countdown. Let me tell you about a customer from last month. She came in with a 2015 Rogue with 83,000 miles. Check engine light on, and the transmission shuddering at every red light. She asked what it would cost. I told her $4,800 for a remanufactured unit, $6,200 for a new one from the dealer. She did the math right there in front of me. The car was worth $7,000 on trade. She still owed $2,000 on the loan. She started crying because the numbers did not work. Putting $5,000 into a car worth $7,000 makes no sense. But she did not have another car, and she did not have $5,000 sitting around. That's the real cost of a CVT failure, not the repair bill. The trap. Number 1, Nissan Altima. The crown. Maybe the most notorious CVT failure in modern automotive history. Years 2013 through 2018, Nissan paid out class action settlements covering more than 500,000 vehicles across multiple models: Altima, Sentra, Versa, Rogue, Pathfinder, plus the Infiniti QX60. Extended warranties to 84 months and 84,000 miles. They knew, they settled, they wrote the checks. And then they kept selling the same transmission in the next model year. Read that twice. They paid out, and they kept building it. Now here is the part that should make you angry. Every single manufacturer on this list knew. Jatco knew. Nissan knew. Subaru knew. Honda knew. They had testing data, bench results, warranty claim patterns rolling in by year 3 of every generation. But the fuel economy numbers looked too good on the window sticker. The marketing teams loved the higher miles per gallon figures. The finance teams calculated that warranty payouts would cost less than a redesign. So they kept building, kept selling, kept letting customers find out the truth. At 80,000 miles, conveniently right after most warranties expire. And here's the trap most people walk into after watching a video like this. They decide they will just buy used instead. They find a 2017 Altima on Facebook Marketplace for $9,000. Clean body, clean interior, 86,000 miles on the clock. They think they got a deal. They did not. They inherited the countdown at the worst possible moment. The transmission already absorbed 7 years of metal contamination. The previous owner is selling because they already heard the first shudder. Used cars from this list are not bargains. They are someone else's expensive problem walking out the door at half price. If you own one of these 10 cars, here is what to do. 4 steps. First, check your warranty status. If you bought a Nissan or Subaru from the affected years, look up the class action settlement records for your specific VIN. You might still have coverage. Some extensions reach 120,000 miles. Most owners have no idea they qualify. Second, change the CVT fluid early and often. The factory says 100,000 miles. That is marketing. Real life says 40,000, especially in hot climates, especially with stop-and-go driving. The fluid is the only thing keeping the metal particles suspended. When the fluid breaks down, the contamination accelerates. Third, listen to the car. Shuddering at low speed is the early warning. A whining noise that changes pitch with engine RPM is another. If you feel something that was not there last month, get it scanned. Catching it early sometimes means a fluid flush extends the unit's life. Waiting means full replacement. Fourth, and nobody wants to hear this one, if you own one of these 10 models and you are past 60,000 miles, start planning your exit. Not panic selling, strategic exit. Drive it until the first warning. Then trade before the repair quote shows up on paper. Because once a transmission code is in the system, the trade-in value collapses by thousands overnight. If you are driving one of these 10 cars, tell me which one in the comments. Tell me the year. Tell me the mileage. The patterns in those comments are how I know which model is currently failing fastest in 2026. And if you got value from this, hit subscribe. The CVT was never built to last. It was built to pass an EPA test, to sell on a sticker, to be replaced. The manufacturers calculated that you would absorb the repair cost, or trade the car before it failed, or finance another one of their cars after yours broke down. They built a business model on planned failure and quiet settlements. The guys who fix these for a living have known for 10 years. Now you know too. The countdown is real. The math is brutal. And the only winning move is to know exactly what you are driving before the dashboard tells you it is already too late.